Go ahead, sir. Share with us.
All right. Good morning, church family. Like the pastor said, my name is Charles Ludd Jr., and I, along with many other dedicated members of First AME, have been working to ensure that we provide updated information with regard to disaster recovery to members of this church family. Last week, my wife was streaming from home, and she said I did a good job while I was up here, Pastor, but she reminded me not to wear out my welcome. And so, in light of my biggest critic, I'll be especially brief today, but I want to remind you that God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And so, as we go through this restoration process, I want to encourage us to be bold, to come boldly, to seek information boldly. And part of this restoration process is accountability. I know that we are discussing our business with insurance companies, with third parties. I want to encourage you to request and hold those companies accountable. Insurance companies know how to tell us when our bill is due, when we owe them money. And that goes to utility companies as well. And so as we move forward, we are to remind them that they have a duty to do right by us. And we won't be silenced or overlooked. And so I also mentioned last week that many of us have been bombarded by ads with regard to third-party lawsuits against Southern California Edison. If you have questions about those lawsuits, or if you're interested in exploring our options, we do have information available. So please feel free to contact me. If you are receiving my emails, then you're already on the list. But if not, I'll be here after church. You can contact me, and I'll make sure that you get that information out. Yesterday, we had representatives from 6 government agencies hosted by First AME Church in our fellowship hall. And they provided valuable information about resources and the recovery process. That session was recorded. And so I'll be sending out the link to the video for those who weren't there, who can watch the video and hopefully get some information that's relevant to your situation. There are some critical updates, some critical deadlines with regard to disaster recovery. Because we're about a month out from the disaster declaration, there's some deadlines coming up that you should be aware of. And I'll run through these very quickly, but I'll make sure that we have them available for you as well. But I just want to mention them just so you're aware of them. February 14th, which is Valentine's Day this Friday, is the deadline for the American Red Cross registration for disaster relief. March 10th, if you're not registered with FEMA, that deadline comes March 10th. We discussed last week, and the Army Corps of Engineers was actually here, Colonel Swanson, who is participating in the debris removal process along with the Department of Public Works. That deadline is March 31st, and you can register for all of these programs, FEMA, SBA, and not to mention, the SBA deadline is March 10th. And so American Red Cross, FEMA, Small Business Administration, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, you can register for all of these programs online, or you can visit the Resource Center, which has been set up at 540 West Woodbury Road in Altadena. I've been to the Resource Center. It's a one-stop shop, so I encourage you, if you haven't been there, to stop by. There are agencies there that you may not have thought about how they can help your situation, but I believe there are over 20 agencies that are there in that one spot. So please stop by, get the information, and like I said last week, even if it's not for you, get information for others in our community so that we may be a resource. All right? I just want to remind us, let us remain steadfast in faith and united in action as we move forward together. God is faithful. He is faithful. And with this help and with the word as our guide, I'm sure that we'll be moving forward to restoration. All right? Amen, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Attorney Ludd. Come on, let's give him another big hand. Amen.